So hopefully it works. Okay, it's working. Hello world. Oh my god, I can't spell world. That's shocking. Oh, there's little emojis. Oh god. Great, I have to sign in. Armand does stuff. I shouldn't say my whole Gmail address. It does obviously start with Armand does stuff. At gmail.com. Oh god, what's my password? Is that it? Yes. So much security now, which I quite like. So, confirm sign in. You're just watching me sign in on another monitor. It's nice having more monitors so I don't actually accidentally put some sensitive stuff on the main screen. Oh god, and it needs a passkey. Jesus Christ. It's going at it. Oh god, why is it here? What's happening? So, confirm sign in. Okay, it's working. You're just watching me sign in on another monitor. Oh, no. It's nice having more monitors so I don't actually accidentally put some sensitive stuff on the main screen. Oh god, and it needs a passkey. Jesus Christ. Did that work? Going at it. Okay, it worked there. Why is it here? What's happening? Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. So, how do I stop it? Okay, it's working. Just watching me. There we go, muted it. This is annoying. It's showing the video there. Can I not just close this and just see the chat window? You just close your dockable window, like show again, use the docs menu on the menu bar. The docs menu, docs, stats? No, chat. Okay. Okay, sweet. So now this is no longer showing my, like other crap. That's cool, it actually shows the little thing window. I kind of want to give a heart, but I feel like it'll open the stream again, and I'm scared. I don't want it to do that. All right, Rocky start. Hello, viewers. Hopefully from the future. I wonder what the stream quality is like, because I'm like downsampling it, so hopefully it won't be terrible. I'm already live. If I go to my channels that show that I'm live. Oh, it does. Oh my god. Abaro Gamedev. That was a cool little thing as well. Oh, and the quality's not terrible. My. Let me mute it. That's not terrible. That looks good. And like, I mean, you don't need a massively high quality for a what's it called? I'm just like doing text and stuff. I'm not doing high bitrate jerky movements like an FPS. Anyway, Armin here. Does this say how long I've been doing it for? It does, 3 minutes. I should probably start recording as well at the same time. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. And yeah, we'll see. Oh no way! And it updates on it does it on the Discord. It says I'm streaming. This is cool. This is very cool. Maybe one day I'll have a viewer. Anyway, so this is my first stream. I've decided to start streaming all my Gamedev stuff. I should probably put a do not disturb sign on the door. Just so I'm not constantly getting disturbed. Now everyone in the house is just going to think I'm jacking it. But yeah, this is my first dev stream. I've been working on a new game called Abaro. I can do a little demo here now. Currently just working on animations. That's what I'll be doing today. And it's going to be a VR game for one person and just a normal conventional game like this for the other four. So it's kind of, if you ever played Dungeon Land, that's what I'm going for. Great game, but eventually they shut down all the servers, so you can't play it anymore. Very sad. And I always loved it. That was like one of the big games I played growing up with my friends, my little brother. We used to just, I used to be the DM a lot, because you could buy packs as well, and I bought all those packs and was really overpowered. Hopefully I'll not have that in my game. But yeah, the idea is that you get, I think it was 3 players then, but I'm going to go for 4 players. 4 players playing a normal game, just going through a level, not totally randomly generated, but I'm going to have like little level sections that attach together, so somewhat generated to keep it fresh. And you just like kill monsters, collect loot, you know, upgrades, all that like typical gameplay stuff, and just like a fun little run. Nothing like too overarching and serious with like I don't know, like ranking systems and stuff. It's just like supposed to be like a casually sort of game that you play with your mates. And the twist is that one player is playing as a dungeon master who's working against you, so he's putting down monsters, and hopefully in this I'm going to have him playing in VR, so he'll have like, I don't know, spells that he can just throw down and stuff, and it'll be very cool. So far I've been working on a few things. I've got a modular character set up. I'm using a lot of Cinity, I don't know how to pronounce it, store assets. This one is the Cinity Fantasy Hero, I think, or modular character or something. I've got loads, so many. These are all the packages. I've never worked with packages before. Like, I've basically never worked with any sort of external asset from the Unity Asset Store, but this time I thought I'd go for it. And it's quite addictive just buying asset packs, I won't lie. It's good fun, and I just keep doing it. I should really stop. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've got a few from Cinity, a few from some other places. Boink it. There's a bunch of like sales going on just as I started. But we'll see. This one's really good, Quantum Console. I've been watching a lot of Code Monkey, and he has some good recommendations. So I've got the Polygon Fantasy Hero models, and I made a custom one, which is basically just the fixed scale one. I just literally opened it into Blender and then re-exported it, so it all works off the same sort of like root bone kind of thing, so it makes it easy to do a modular character now. I can show what that looks like. Oh god, there we go. I've changed. Escape opens and closes the console, but it also does my pause system, so it's a bit annoying. So I think it's test, yeah, spawn loot test. I'll do a few. Right now I've just got to spawn various helmets, so in various spawn points. So you can go over and it shows the, like when you get close it shows the like information on it, and when you get close enough to select it, it lights up, and if you have like multiple it'll select the closest one. And so it says like Plague Warden's Marks, Health Regen 10, Common Head, and like I should put common headgear, so that says common head. That's a joke in there. Smells better than the alternative because it's like a plague bearer's mask where they used to put scented stuff in the nose. They thought it wore off the plague. I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference. I watch too much QI and just stuff like that. So tower helm, hold the door. I don't know why I got a hodl joke there. I was just writing random stuff. These are just like placeholder. Another common head, and it's basically there's loads of different stats for each thing. So if I go into my Delver controller, you'll see all the different stats I've got so far. I've made them all networked variables, but I don't think I need to, because it's going to be a lot of client-side code, which is obviously terrible for multiplayer games, because you don't want to give clients access to anything. You want everything server-side, because it makes it more secure. But I'm trusting players anyway, because it's going to be locally hosted, because I'm too broke to afford server space. So, I mean, you're trusting one person, you might as well trust everyone. It's not that big a deal. As I said, I'm not going to make it competitive, so I don't care about anti-cheat and whatnot. So I think it's the other aspect of the Delver controller. It's a partial class. So Delver controller, Devil controller. No, it's not the interactor. Is it Delver controller? Might be the equipper. Not the avatar manager. I've got so much stuff already, man, honestly. There we go. Combatant constants. So these are all the things that the armor can affect. So your current health, your total health. Because current health will be like, because you can also just pick up. This is any item that you can pick up, essentially. And you can just pick up something that increases your health. Other things will change your total health and health regen and total mana and stuff like that. And when you pick something up, it'll like increase it, and when you put it down, it'll decrease it or change it with the other thing. So I've got a few systems there. If anyone's interested, do ask in the comments once this is on YouTube, if I ever put it on YouTube, or join me for the stream. I'm going to try and start streaming. The idea was to stream from 6 to like 2, so 9 to 5 is my usual working hours. I was like, let me shift that back 3 hours, because I used to wake up at like 6 anyway, just to go gym and commute and stuff. So yeah, I still have to do the droppings. Obviously, if you pick up a new piece of gear, you want to drop the old one if you're wearing one. You're not necessarily wearing anything on your head. Everywhere else you are though, which is funny. I may have done that a bit strangely. Maybe I'll do something for the default head, so you just spawn in with a cap or something, or you just spawn in with your regular head. And yeah, that's the modular armor system. I've been working on the weapon system. There's no weapons to pick up yet. I've just fixed this sword in the hand just to test out the animations. I figure I'd do a few of them and then get it going. I'm using Mixamo for my animations. So let me drag that over from here. I'm just going to try and not put my secondary pictures on anything from my secondary monitors onto my main monitor. I also can get some music going. I've got stream beats, so it should be copyright free music. Very awkward when it suddenly closes because it's not. So I've done greatsword ones. Let's get going with. I can either go straight into animating like the next weapon, or I can start it slightly differently, which would be easier. I guess just doing the animations first, then I'm doing something, although then I'm putting off doing the other thing later. What I'm debating is whether or not I should do the actual weapon pickup mechanic first and make an actual weapon base, and then work on the animations and weapon swapping. Maybe I'll do that. I should probably do that. Okay, let's do that. So that'll be my goal for the day. I've got 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I work very slowly, it's not going to get done. So yeah, I'll try and end the stream at 2. So I'll close this for now. And where do I want to start with the weapon base? That's the question. You want to do a new type of. I think I have a weapon base class. If I search weapon equipable slot. No, I don't. I'm not using a weapon. Interesting. So I've not got any weapon base. Okay. Let me go logic, actors, loot. It'll be in loot. Equipable. Okay, so I got armor, so now I've got to make weapons, which will be another equipable. What is armor? Equip effect, unequip effect. This should probably be on the equipable, not the armor. Why is this here? I guess it's because armor. No, yeah, it should be equipable. Because there's equipable and there's equipable base, which is a bit confusing because avatar extends from equipable avatar, which extends from equipable base, whereas armor extends from equipable. To try and explain that, it's the avatar is what you choose before you get into the game, so basically just what you look like. I currently have it so you can, I think, change it in game. I'm not too sure. But it's basically something you're not going to be able to change in game. It's not going to be part of the armor system. It's going to be like customization, character customization beforehand. So just like hair and facials and like skin color, that kind of thing. And so you don't need an equip effect But still, I can drag these. All of these don't need to be on armor. Or none of these need to be on armor, actually. These can all be unequipable. I can cut this here, I guess. Am I doing this? It doesn't really matter. I'll just put it here and then delete this. Okay. This should be a virtual, not abstract. Fixing code on the fly, because obviously I want this to apply to weapons as well. If you equip a weapon suddenly, it should also, you know, have an equip and unequip effect and a visual effect if you want one. Let me import missing references. I do love Rider. If there's one thing you're going to buy, I would recommend Rider if you're going to get into programming for Unity. All these other apps and stuff. There's a lot of cool packages now that I'm getting into it, and I've never, as I said, I've never used them, but there are some cool ones. But I would certainly recommend Rider. Okay. None of these are overridden, but it's good to have virtual there anyway. This should still work. I'll test it in a second, or I won't, and I'll find out it's broken way down the line. Let me open up source tree as well. Rider has its own Git implementation, but I'm not a massive fan of it. It just, I don't know, sometimes it works a bit weirdly. And more importantly, I can't do remotes, I can't do submodules on it, so I have my Harmony submodule and I can't update it, which is a bit annoying. Or maybe you can, I just don't know how. I mean, you'd think it would show here. Rider submodule update or push git. You can learn with me. This is half of my coding, by the way, just me looking at stuff on other platforms, skimming through it while not reading, so it might be infuriating for most people. I think it's just an error code of something that should be happening. Is this updating, or I want to like push submodules? This is pull. I want to push. I think I do have it in my version control. Where is settings? Oh no, there's an update. Settings. I don't know if I'll update Rider. I was just singing its praise. It's good, but I don't know if I'll update it. I think my license runs out soon. But the good thing about Rider is that it's like a perpetual license. So if you buy it for a year, you get the version you had when you first bought it. I don't know if there's been many updates since then. That's how I think all licenses should work, to be honest. Ideally it would work as the last one. Version control, directory mappings. Yeah, see, it shows my what's it called? Maybe I need to change it to like project dash thingy. No. What if I do it like this? Oh, is that? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so many versions, man. Hopefully streaming will keep me more focused, because I can get lost in that stuff for ages. Also makes me look less crazy when I talk to myself, which is endless. I don't know if you can see any viewers. I assume I don't have any, but I will catch you on YouTube anyway. Maybe I guess it shows the entire stream on YouTube. I'm recording anyway, so I can always upload it after. Maybe that's what I'll do, so I'll upload it in a better quality. Because that's always nicer. So, and also it can be 10 or higher resolution 1440. So I've got this. I was going to make a weapon class, so we'll collapse armor and avatar. We'll add a directory, call it weapon. Always feels weird. Is that how you spell weapon? W-E-A? W-E-A. Yes. And we'll add a class, call it weapon. That's not how you spell weapon. And we'll come from equipable. Equipable. So, why is this not working? Oh yeah. Weapon. So this all replaces. I have like a slot system, so it replaces various things in the on the avatar. Currently just works with a skin mesh renderer, so it doesn't actually like add a position or like change the root bone, that kind of thing, which is I think the other way I saw of doing it. So you put it in and then you change the root bone, but that was being weird for me for some reason, or it was long, I forget why. But so now it's all just there basically, wherever it is, and the skin mesh renderer takes care of it all. It's expandable in the sense that it'll work with anything from the mesh that I imported from Blender, but not so much in the way that I think I can add new meshes. But I'm not an artist, so I'm just using the fantasy system, as I said. Cinti makes some good stuff and it all looks good, so I don't think I'll need any more, to be honest. There's a lot of diversity there and you can always mix and match. That's the whole point of making it modular. Okay, so it'll take the weapon slot. I need to change it to the way it equips though, because how am I doing this? Actually, I've not thought this through, have I? I am a very silly boy. Because this weapon doesn't want to equip the same way as the other equipables. If I go into my equipper, you can see that under equip, there's equip avatar and there's equip. If it's the owner, then do the whole equip effect, etc. And set visuals for the equipable. Blah blah blah. But yeah, here's the issue: the set visuals. And that just refreshes the animator. But yeah, so here you can say if body part is not any. Continue. Okay, so this checks the gender of the equipable, because there's male and female body parts for like chest plates and stuff, for example. But how do I want to do that? Because now it basically changes the target instance. It creates the mesh target. Sensate mesh target slots, equipable slots. Yeah, that's how I do it basically. So because the issue was that if you drag a new piece on, even if you like target the bones and it's all right, it doesn't really work. You kind of have to copy it over and then copy it was some weird stuff. So basically I have a mesh target which is just the original bone, and so I just copy that and then I put a new skin mesh render on it. But I only want to do that if it's not a weapon, right? Otherwise, I guess I just put a normal thing on, perhaps, and then I can have a weapon slot for the hand. Oh god. I guess I just make it a game object on the weapon instead of a mesh. Oh god, that seems very long. But part.mesh is just, yeah, that's literally just a mesh field. I guess I could keep that, but I probably don't want to. Oh god, can I cast it as a thing? I think maybe. Or alternatively, I could just bind it on the weapon itself. That might work. This is so unhelpful if anyone was watching this. I'm just literally rambling in my head. So my idea is either I can do it the same way I've been doing it with the other meshes, where the equipper actually equips it and says, okay, where do you want to go? You want to attach to this bone, because the way the weapons work is that they actually do parent to a bone. And you say, okay, well, you want to go on this bone, that's where this game object will go, which will work. And you can maybe extend it for 2 weapons, so for each weapon part can have its respective bone and do that. I think that might make sense. So you have a bone for left hand, bone for right hand. And that way you can have a sword and shield, or if you're doing magic, you can have like a magic orb in each hand. Never resist the urge to dance. Great, now I've got that song in my head. Anyway, we've got, I can either do it that way, or I can pass the bone names into the weapon. That sounds weird. We'll just do it this way, I guess. But then I have to find a way to cast it as a weapon, because only the weapon will have an object, the rest just have meshes. Or I could make all the equivalents have a game object. That doesn't seem right. Maybe I just make it a totally different system. I mean, realistically, I'm just doing this, innit? So I could say if weapon. So, surely I can just cast this as a weapon. Let's go to the old faithful ChatGPT. ChatGPT, OpenAI. How to cast in Unity? Can I downcast? Is it downcast? Cast a, or can I see if a parent class is an instance of a child class and perform an action on the child? Question mark. I have an equipable class and a weapon class that inherits from it. I know I'm doing this, at least I'll do this on my main screen. And a weapon class that inherits from it. I have an equipable class and a weapon class that inherits from it. I want to, if I've picked up a weapon, if the equipable I picked up is a weapon, then I want to perform equip weapon. I'll just give an example. It's been very laggy recently, even though I have the premium version, which I don't know if you need for this, because they said they just released this new one and it's available for everyone, which is sad because I just paid for premium. If you can check using the is, yeah, I know that, but can I do something else after? Okay, yeah, that auto casts as that. Okay, sweet. I do like ChatGPT. So that just makes sure it's equipped to the right thing. There shouldn't be an issue with weapons. I can ignore this test actually, so if I put this above here. if part, nope, this is each part. Oh, equipable parts have parts actually, yeah. Let me remember what the equipable part was. Equipable part has the body type and the mesh. Okay, so I don't need the equipable part. This is actually just for that. I guess maybe I do. That's what I'll be equipping the mesh. No, it'll be a game object. Do mesh and game object. Do mesh and game object share a parent? Question mark. No, they don't. That's sad. That's sad. Jesus Christ. I don't know if this has changed with the latest ChatGPT, but it's endless now. It goes on forever. The new like the answers are crazy long. But I mean, it's not a big deal. Okay, so they don't share a parent, which is, I don't know what I was going to do with that information anyway. So if it's there might not be equipable parts now that I think about it. We'll just do it here. Yeah, I can't see myself caring about the equipable parts for a weapon. I'll just ignore that entire segment, I guess. I should really write a custom editor for it, but I'll do that later. I plan on making custom editors for generating armor pieces and weapon pieces anyway. That'll be fucking long. I'll have to do like a base for each class and then make one for each of those. Anyway, if equipable is weapon that otherwise this no, that one. And if it is a weapon, then I'll call game object model object. It doesn't have to be a model, because if it's I'll just call it weapon object. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, oh man, I'm getting a bit too deep now. No, I've got it. I've thought it. He's a clever boy. That's the problem with abstraction. You should never run into issues of, oh, this doesn't need this. If you run into that kind of issue where I'm saying, oh, armor goes to equipable, has loads of equipable parts, but I don't need the equipable parts, then that's a bad thing. It shouldn't both come from that. I should really separate the avatar from the equipable. Where am I even using avatar? Oh, I'm going to be messing with so much stuff now. Did I save, commit? Yeah, okay, I've just been messing with this stuff. Ugh, my head is full. I don't know if this happens with other devs, where you got like a lot going on at once, and you just come up with those other ideas and all kind of floods in. I just hope I can contain it all up in that tiny pea brain of mine before it just bursts the dam. What was I talking about? I was saying the equipper takes in equip avatar. Equip avatar, avatar slot index. Mesh equals first or default. Okay, that takes in the avatar slots. I feel like the avatar slot doesn't need to inherit from thingy, to be honest, equipable. What? Why does it inherit from equipable? What? Let me find out. These are all the things. These are the slots. That's not the actual. That's not what I care about. I care about the actual avatar. Avatar properties. That's just where it creates the avatar. Equipper. Where's the avatar? Where's my loot? Armor avatar. Takes in the avatar slot. Okay. Avatar slot. What does it do from here? It has the equipable parts. That's just a strut, so it doesn't need to be there anyway, really. They don't need to necessarily inherit from the same thing. Maybe I delete this. Maybe I delete equipable base. I just rename this to avatar part, equipable part. Or equipable mesh. Or gendered part, maybe. And realistically, I didn't need to do this at all, because in the end game, I'm probably going to have it so you can just have any mix and match avatar. So you can have like a beard on a chick. It's not that deep. It doesn't have to be like, because otherwise I have to have like, oh, here's the eyebrows for this person. They look different on a guy, and then someone's gonna be like, why do they look different based on body type? You know. So yeah, maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just move this to armor and call this armor part. We're gonna do some big changes. Let's do it. Oh god, is that bad? Should I not have done that? Is that gonna break all my armor? It might do. Let's not do that for now. Let's just undo that refactor because it's serializable. This is gonna break all my avatars, but I don't care too much. I'll just have this come from loot base now. And we'll have my armor. This can come from equipable part. Equipable avatar can just come from loot base as well. So there's equipable, and now there's equipable avatar. This takes in an avatar slot. And also just a mesh. We don't need the mesh from the thing. Just takes a mesh, right? I feel like I've got it all backed up anyway. Okay, so this should. Now I can just say, okay, here's the head mesh, here's the beard, the eyebrows. The hair, I think those are the 4 slot types, right? Yeah, hair, brow, head and beard. So that should be okay. Why doesn't the equipper work? So this needs to do, so else if brackets equipable is armor. Oh. Armor. Does that not work? Oh, I haven't actually put anything in here. Oh god, what was it? Equipable base. There we go, let me just copy that over. I could delete that, but I'll do it in a second. Okay. That should work now. Nice. So that should work as intended, other than the avatar. Oh god. Equipable part. What have I done here? See, that's the problem with the link queries. It makes everything nice and neat, but I have trouble reading and writing them. Mesh equals avatar search loop table. For the slot in the index, that returns the avatar at that index. This is how I do it, by the way. I have like loop tables. So when I want to equip something, I just send a slot, which is an integer, and an index, which is an integer. The slot is like an enumerable, but it's an integer, right? So you just send a slot and an index, and then it polls the loop table, and this allows you to just over the server you just send a loop table and locate coordinate base essentially. So I'm like, hey, I picked up this helmet. Here's the coordinates, and then on every client it'll equip that helmet, rather than trying to find a way to serialize the helmet itself. I don't know how that would work. So that's how I'm doing the mesh system. So this polls the loot table, like so, switches on the avatar slot and just searches a bunch of different arrays. Don't know if that was massively necessary, but whatever. They don't have an equipable parts now because they take in avatar slots, but they do, I just think, have a mesh, right? So it should just be that. Before it was parts, first the default part, this is matching the body type, or if it's any, then getting the mesh from there. But I can get rid of this entire search function. Now it's just mesh, right? So that should work. We're getting there, lads. I kind of want to change it from equipable part just to like armor parts now, because it's more, like that's what it is. It's not an equipable part. The other thing can be a weapon part that just takes in a game object. Although it doesn't need to be a weapon part because it's just a game object. Okay, let's give that a go. Let's compile it. See if it dies anywhere. And I'll need to rebuild the avatar parts. So if I go into my prefabs now, items, avatar beard, clean shaven, yeah, you'll see none, mesh, and display game object. Interesting. Why is that there? I guess that's to show in the... No, what's the point in that? What is the point in that, I wonder? I wonder if there's a way to auto-populate the thing, by the way. Because here I've just manually dragged them in. I believe they're asset references. Oh no, there's just an array. But I don't think it's that expensive anyway. It's an array of serializable objects, so I don't think that's too expensive. I think, right? It doesn't load the stuff first, does it? Because I remember I had one game where I just basically had a massive list of audio clips in the scene, and it took ages to load, because when you do it that way, it loads every audio clip. You might not know this, but on a prefab, if you have an item on the prefab, it loads that. But I'm just wondering if the serialized object loads the thing itself. Like, this is all serializable object, will it load the mesh? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I could be wrong, which would be really awkward, because then way down the line I'd have to change the entire thing. In which case I could just change it to an asset, like I should change it to an asset reference now, which would be an easy fix. Easy-ish. I have like a whole asset reference system. What time is it? 12. Got 2 more hours. I have a whole asset reference system thing, which just like loads the addressable system, which loads the asset references into memory and unloads them and handles all that kind of stuff on its own. It's quite useful, but I'm pretty sure ChatGPT said it doesn't load it beforehand. So if I have a scriptable object with like a million meshes on it, I think it just stores the location to that mesh, and that's it. And when you want to use it, then it does it, I think. It's going to be really awkward if not. I'd have to remake every single piece of armor and weaponry. But that's the game we play, because I'm lazy now. Fuck you, Futurama. Okay, so we have the avatar manager there, and I also feel like I should have moved the loot table for my map, because I'm doing it based on a map, so it's okay. I can always just remake it. It's fine. This is more expandable. It's just a bit different. I basically have a map info here, and this map info has the loot table. So if I ever make more maps, then I can have different loot tables for each different map, which I think it might be cool. And obviously you'd repeat stuff, like you'd have the same arm, weapon, leg, and stuff. I need to add a weapon slot here, don't I? I think it's just equips the first one by default. It should equip the first weapon as well once they add a weapon. Oh no, it doesn't. It just equips it for these three. Where is my equipper? Let me look at my equipper again. I think it has at the top has a little list, if I remember. Yeah. So this is the default equipables. So I could set like equipable slots weapons to 0 as well, and that would equip a weapon, which would be nice, which I think I need to do because I need to have a weapon by default, either like just a crappy sword or just like fists. I have it set up. I was trying to do fists yesterday, but it was, I don't know, it was really messing with it because the animation for like the greatsword and stuff is like straight ahead and the hips are straight ahead. Mate, I'm actually wham, Jesus Christ, look at that. Or nay. Anyway, the weapons, the stance for greatsword is like straight ahead, and I think sword is like a little bit off to the side. But like punching was like fully off to the side, and then he's like, you can't see it because I'm turned, but left, right, yeah. So like this was like greatsword, and like this is like sword, but like fighting was side on, and then it was like that, and that kind of stance with the hips facing sideways. Which means that when I transition to the other stance, you can see my base layer. The idle stance is fine. The idle stance looks fine. It's like that. And when you swing, it looks good. But when you started to run and you wanted to swing on the forward, it would straighten out. And you basically, your hips would straighten, and therefore your entire upper half would be turned like this. So you'd be running like this, and when you'd punch, you'd just be like running straight, and you just punch off to the side. And yeah, it didn't look very good. So I tried to do some custom animations in Blender by editing them, but it's long and I'm terrible at it, and you have to use the graph editor, and I've never done anything with animations, and it's all, yeah, it's a nightmare. But I'll probably get back to it at some point, just because. Or maybe I won't. Do I want a fist weapon? Do I care? I don't know. Maybe. But also maybe not. Yeah, who knows. I should probably fill this in something. I've got an override controller here. So this is how I will do the animation switching. I'll just say, okay, instead of doing great sword attack, now we do sword attack 1, sword attack 2, and then sword guard, idle, special, etc. I think and also maybe change the base run and walk, although you probably don't need to. They look fine. I think they all use the same base on Mixamo. They always use, the bottom half looks the same. Where was I? Again, distractions. But I'm streaming, so I can stay on top of things and not be distracted. This is going to look super weird for anyone joining. I'm like, this dude's just totally talking to himself. Yes, I am. Can I see if anyone joins? I can't. Like, I hope you say in chat if you join, because I can't tell. I can only see the chat. Whatever. Maybe your channel. It says 1 watching, but I think that might just be me. If there is someone, please say hi, so I don't feel so crazy just speaking to myself. I know I closed YouTube. Maybe I'll leave it open on the side so I can kind of see. I like that thumbnail. It took me like 2 minutes to make. It looks quite good. Engage with your audience, start a QA. Is anyone here? I can put a little thing. Oh, that's fun. It just does like a little emo in chat. Can I do it from here? Oh, it does. That's fun. Yeah, it says one watching, so I assume that's just me. Okay. Back to it. I hope this doesn't destroy my internet connection. It's already so shockingly bad. Now I can see myself twice. I feel very vain. I'm going to close this and just hope someone who joins says hi. Can I put like a thing, like somewhere there just says, I guess that you see the chat. If anyone joins, please say hi. I can't see the viewer count. Lol. There you go. Jesus, there's some fucking lag on that, isn't there? Anyway, back to it. Let's go. Round 2 or 3. It's only like 10. It's only 12. I've only been doing nothing for 2 hours. Let's change this. I was going to fix my items. So hopefully these also work. Display objects none, that's fine. Oh god, why is equipable parts none? Oh yeah, of course, because it's just the base thing. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Sweet. Oh man, I love this kind of stuff. Oh god, there's so many parts to this. I guess the arms, yeah, the arms have like the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. And it's there for male and female, they have different parts, so really do need that editor script to hopefully make it easier, because when I was making these I put them in piece by piece and it was long. Yeah, you can see all the parts here as well. Bare arms, it's your right to have these. I'm so witty, it's great. So here are all the different stats that you can currently change. This is just a serializable dictionary, I believe. If I go to arms and armor stats. One day I'll do a little guide on my serializable dictionary. I used a few, including one from my old old project lead. A very clever guy, and he had a great one. That's where I first got the idea for it, or first saw it implemented. I say got the idea, like I didn't make an exact thing that was already there. But his one didn't quite work for my purposes, because I don't know why. It didn't work. Trying to put asset references in there didn't work. So I made my own one from scratch, which was incredibly long. It took like 3 days because I'd never done any proper editor scripting. So many distractions, and all I do is eat distractions. I was going to fix the avatars, that was it. So the armors seem to work. Let's go working on the avatars. Beard, clean shaven, doesn't need a mesh. Gruff. Oh god, what were the meshes before, man? Where can I even find them? I have another inspector window here that I can lock. Oh god, what was that? Let me go to equipables and just see any of them. Boom. Okay, so here's all the stuff. So let's find some beards. Let's find some beards. You can see, like, yeah, this was the whole process of doing it before. Equipable, items, avatar, beard. So this is also locked, I believe, yeah. So gruff, wise, and clean shaven. Clean shaven doesn't need one. So we'll try and find a beard. Let me make this smaller. Why is this so massive? Let me just find by mesh. There we go. Oh Jesus. Assets in custom. Why is there so many different ones? Models. Polygon Fantasy. Hang on, let me find out where this was again. Am I in the right folder? I'm liking this vibes. Items, equipable, armor, arms, bear arms. Okay, so Polygon Fantasy, models, and custom. This is the one I made, right? Yes, okay, so I'm getting them all for my own custom rig. I'm remembering. Arm upper, no, I think it was head. Head male. Let me make it a bit bigger now. I know you can just click it there. Head male, head male. But I want beards. There we go. That's a nice looking beard. Oh, where'd it go? Where's my beard gone? Why are there multiple ones? I guess these are part of the thing. Fixed scale custom. No, I want to. Oh, okay. Idiot. I'm searching bloody every folder. Here we go. There we go. This is hair. This is head coverings. This is hand. Why can't I find beards? Head covering. Legs. Hair. Oh, facial hair. Okay, so it's not on head. It's facial hair. Which number is this? 02. Where's 0? 01. Okay, sweet. We did it in the end. Which one do I drag onto it? Is it this? Okay. Sweet. Okay. I think I'm there. I think facial hair. 01 there. Then we go into Y's. Let me relock this. Then we go back. Facial hair 2. This is the Y's facial hair. It's weird how it shows like some weird angle there. Whatever. So that's the facial hair there. What does this do? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess I just do that as well for each of those. I have to do that for the models at some point. I think I did a display model for cases where I don't need it now, right? Because it works, so I probably don't need it now. It's just expensive. I think I did it for cases where if there's multiple parts, for example, a thing won't look the same. That's a terrible description. For example, if I make a helmet, this pack allows you to have different attachments on the helmet. So you can have like horns or antlers. Are they saying antlers, horns? Or you can have like a little feather kind of thing. So if you make multiple different types, then it'll look slightly different. So I have a display object. Also useful for cases where there is no equipable part. How am I currently doing it? Maybe I should always use a display object, because otherwise I'm handling loads of cases down the line. Where's my equipable orb? Equipable elite orb. Takes in an equipable, I believe. Equipable slot. Oh no, I want the visuals. Where's the visual? Equipable elite orb. There should be a or is it here? Or is it not here? Contained loot dot display object equals if contained loot dot display object equals does not equal null, instantiate it. Okay, so we are using the display object. Okay, I think I get that. Does that mean I haven't a display object on all these other ones? I won't need it here then, because obviously I'm never actually picking it up, so yeah, I don't need to mess with that. Does that mean I have a display object on all these? Am I correct in thinking that? My equipable, say for example my head armors, do they have... Oh yeah, they do all have display objects. Oh, it's the static ones they have. Okay, okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. So yeah, okay. So I have manually set up display objects for each thing. That's good. Thinking ahead, past Simon. I love it. Back on the avatars. We have 3 different brows for some reason. So we've got the Delver's brow. We've got the stylish, split, wavy. Currently, the way these are being used is just off a preset, a pre-made preset. But surely that's what preset means. A preset that I've defined, and it's just being passed into like every player just says, hey, equip these ones. Whereas at the end, you'll maybe you'll start with the preset style, but you'll be able to edit it and say, okay, I want this, and you'll be able to change what you load in with, depending on what kind of eyebrow and beard and whatnot you want. So that'll be late game though. A custom avatar maker, that's way in advance. I don't really know why I did this whole system to begin with, because yeah, that's way in advance. In reality, I should have just had an armor system, and like maybe skin color. Or not even, you didn't even really have to have skin color. Although it's nice now, because now you have a bit of diversity. You have like male, it goes male, female, male, or I think it goes female, male, female, male. When you spawn in, each character has a preset based on their character index. Or it might be their user index, which would be bad, because then you'd have the same character twice. You should be off their character index, so if you replace a character, it does that. Let me add that to my thing quickly. So many thoughts. Brains are weird. This is my Jira project. I used to just do things in Word. Then I moved on to Trello, and now I use Jira because that's what they used at my last job. And it's quite cool. It's nice being able to drag stuff over. It's quite satisfying. It's always satisfying, even in Word, when you just cross something out or press a tick in Trello. It's nice. So it's good to have to-do lists. The more lists and more detail you can get into, the better. And I don't think it's one of those diminishing return things. I don't think it ever takes too much time to plan something like this. Will take like 2 seconds. Mine's the rambling. Is it a task? It's not a task. It's not a bug. Miscellaneous, maybe. I'm going to call it ponder. There are no rules. Does what was the ponderous thing? Does replacing a character, a delver, does replacing a delver equip the right avatar preset? I think I can add more detail to it if I click it. I think it just equips the preset based on user ID. I think it's actually modulus ID. Because obviously if there's more than 4 then it would break, so I put a mod there so it loops back around. Rather than the index of the player we've replaced might lead to dupe cars. Doesn't take long to write 4 extra letters. So dupe cars. Then people are like, oh, does it mean characters in Delver? What does it mean characters in the actual format? Yeah, here's my thing. So here's some long-term goals. Edit avatars, like that's all ping system, stat comparison. That's all like advanced stuff way down the line. Basic user interface, re-anchor lobby to fit new canvas. I think I might have already done that. I'd have to test. I'll add it in progress anyway. Can I pause my stream in order to take a slash? Because So I don't want to stop it and start it, because then I'll start a new video. I'm more than willing to hold it for another hour and a half to avoid that very minor inconvenience. I need to find a way to clip stuff as well, because I'm fucking hilarious and it would be good. Oh man, how do I get viewers? I need someone to interact with, man. I should get my boys just to watch me do shit. Or I should do something more entertaining, like I'll play like a hot new game and then boom, we'll switch to Gamedev. Okay. I should also have like maybe I'll just make like a notepad. Notepad ++. I put like timestamps. Why have I got my constant oscillates thing there? Oh shit. I put timestamps of where I'm hilarious. So at 1 hour 02 10 great banter. Alright. I'm learning how to do a stream. So this is how I'll do it. Oh god. See, everything has to be too organised now. Oh god, where am I? Why am I in hexagon? This is weird. Let me find my YouTube folder. It is... Don't I have like a quick thing? Oh, it is here. YouTube, editing, miscellaneous, stream, timeline. Ooh, fancy. What the hell are these? So I probably don't want that there. Put it in editing. I should put editing other. I'm a fool. I do need a piss right now. Alright, we're gonna go. Just literally dancing on the spot. Stop streaming. Where's the pause button? There's definitely a pause button somewhere. Whatever, I'm gonna stop streaming and then be back in a sec. You will not be able to reconnect to your stream and you will no longer be live. I'm just gonna take a slash. It keeps giving me warnings.